Good afternoon, Miguel Osio with the Winston Minute, a report at the market's close. And today, market's down. The Dow Jones at 81 basis points below the open, and the S&P 51, the Nasdaq 28 basis points. The S&P down most in the past month, mostly healthcare and financials responsible for the down. Big in healthcare news was Purdue talking about potentially filing a bankruptcy. Note that Purdue is one of the companies that is most being sued for their role in the opioid epidemic, their marketing, production, and management of the distribution of the drug, and they are now exploring shutting down operations due to the sheer volume and severity of the lawsuits. That extended to Endo. Of course, Purdue's a private company. That extended to Endo and other large pharmaceuticals that will probably get hit with some of the shockwave of this development. Then we have, of course, the China issue, the China negotiations. It looks like they're looking at a possible agreement where Beijing would have to tighten its controls of intellectual property. It's been a long-standing issue between the two nations. I think it's more complicated than that. We also have a 3% cut to the VAT tax that that China has instituted for many years. Now we have economists and Morgan Stanley talking that this could add about 60 basis points to their economic expansion, and they see it as a very positive part of the deal. We'll see. I think that is less complex than the intellectual property factor that folks are talking about, because that's been something in dispute for decades, and there's been no progress. So we'll see about that. What else do I have? Juan Guaido arrives back in Venezuela, unharmed, undetained for now. A big mistake by Mr. Maduro if he wants to maintain power. We'll see how it develops. There's going to be minute-by-minute updates on sort of where he is, any sort of altercations or any sort of arrest attempts. We'll see, and we'll keep you posted. Last thing, oil slightly up, $56 a barrel, production growing. Production growth in the U.S. has been stunted. OPEC seems to be following through on its production cuts, and it's been able to coordinate and manage the logistics of coordinating across OPEC. So seeing some growth there in oil, as well as some follow through on execution. It's been since the summer, they haven't really been able to manage these cutbacks. And then we saw gold and copper falling in the commodities. That's all I have. Catch up with us tomorrow, and have a great evening.